Hebrews, Hebrews, Hebrews. This is our Prophets of Awakening. This is our Sabbath class for the 7th of August, 2021. Okay, we'll be doing Understanding the Times is the topic I'm be focusing on. Okay, I'm asking everybody to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And if you feel a need to support this channel, Prophets of Awakening, it'll be greatly appreciated. This is a non-profit channel. We deal with the Tanakh and the Torah. Tanakh is the Old Testament, our forefathers' records, and the Torah is the first 5 books that was given to Moses on Mount Sinai. And with that being said, I want to say shalom and welcome to everyone. We're going to do a little routine moment of silence and prayer and Psalms, and then do a little current events, and then we're going to go into the topic. It's like I said, understanding the time. So with that being said, our moment of silence is in regards to the Lord host and the Creator and all that they're doing and that we're witnessing right now, bring about our deliverance. Oh Lord, we come this day praising Thee and worshiping Thee for Thy might and Thy power and Thy great understanding. Oh Lord, the end times that You have foretold unto our forefathers are upon us. Oh Lord, give unto us strength and wisdom to endure all that Thou hast foretold. And thank You for another Sabbath. Give us, O Lord, the knowledge to rightly divide Thy word, that that is delivered in righteousness and in truth. There is great confusion among Your inheritance, O Lord, now that You are awakening them. For I know, O Lord, that Your hand is sure and that Your hand is firm. O Lord, we need You so very much in these latter days when we tarry and we depend upon You, O Lord, because there is none else besides You, O Lord. You are our deliverer and our redeemer. Peace be unto You. Okay?
Yes, hallelujah.
I'm going to read Psalms 37. Try to bring everybody back around.
Fret not, fret not.
Okay. Says, fret not thyself because of, this is Psalm 37, the true state of the wicked. It's a Psalm of David. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon be cut off, cut down like the grass, and wither as the green herb. I'm going to read that again. Verse 2. They shall soon be cut off, cut down like the grass, and wither as green herb. Trust in the Lord, do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Commit thy ways unto the Lord. Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Rest in the Lord. Wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospers in his way, because the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil, for evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, and for he seeth that his day is coming. The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow, to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. A little that a righteous man have is better than the riches of many wicked. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholdeth the righteous. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil times, and in days of famine they shall be satisfied. but the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume, and to smoke shall they consume away. The wicked borroweth, payeth not again, but the righteous showeth mercy and giveth. For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and they that be cursed of him shall be cut off. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Though he fall, he shall not utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. I have been young, and now I am old, and yet I have not seen the righteous, nor his seed begging bread. He is ever merciful, and lendeth, and his seed is blessed. Depart from evil, do good, and dwell forevermore. For the Lord loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. The righteous shall inherit the land, and dwell therein forever. The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. The law of his God is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. The wicked watcheth the righteous, and seeketh to slay him. The Lord will not leave him in his hands, nor condemn him when he is judged. Wait on the Lord, keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. I have seen the wicked in great power, spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found. Mark the perfect man, behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. But the transgressors shall be destroyed together. The end of the wicked shall be cut off. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble. And the Lord shall help them and deliver them, and he shall deliver them from the wicked and save them because they trust in him. So verse 40 says, and the Lord shall help them and deliver them, and he shall deliver them from the wicked and save them because they trust in him. Okay, that was Psalms 37, a true state of the wicked. It was a Psalm of David. Okay. Anybody got any current events they want to share with us?
Yeah. Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shalom.
In California, they have the third largest fire in history. It's called the Dixie Fire.
Dead Sea Fire?
No, the Dixie.
Oh, okay. All right. I was going to say, how much time they said Dead Sea?
Oh, no. Yeah, but think about Dixie. Okay? The Southerners. Yeah, but it's called the Dixie Fire.
Right. That's just as bad.
Yeah, and they said, I guess it's a lake over there called Lake Orville, and they said it's less than 25% capacity. So the officials have to shut down the power plant due to the lack of water. So they got this major fire and lack of water.
Okay.
Lord, the whole ain't playing, y'all.
Nah, he ain't. You right. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna play a little bit of this right here for current events, and then I'm gonna go into the lesson. It's just like I said, I'm constantly trying to connect dots for everybody, catch them on the right vibration so they can get the connection. This is they talking about the days of Noah, and so I'm gonna let it play. And there's a couple of points I want to make out of this, show you how these people operate.
This was put out, I believe, yesterday, or could have been the day before. Guy's called Yediya Arrow something Eshed, and he's a former Israeli general and space security chief. Now you're probably thinking, what's this got to do with a slice of bread? And why are we talking about this? Well, it's interesting. He said, aliens exist. Humanity not ready. This galactic federation has supposedly been in contact with Israel and the US for years, but are keeping themselves a secret to prevent hysteria until humanity is ready. Now I've got
Okay.
a documentary coming.
So let's look at that. He said that these aliens, they're getting ready to come out and tell everybody that, you know, it's aliens, right? So, you know, you can't say alien without saying UFO, right? I'm saying that for a reason. So he said that they've been dealing with mankind for years, you know, thousands of years. So I want to shine a light on something. So, excuse me. So I'm in the book of Adam and Eve. You know, like I say, you got people that don't deal with this, but you get your mind right. So it says that
What chapter?
let me get it right quick. All right, I'm in okay. I'm in chapter, I guess it's 40. Chapter 40. So it says after Cain had gone down to the land of dark soil and his children had multiplied, his Cain's children had multiplied, there was one of them whose name was, they said Gonan, but it's Tubal Cain. Gonan, son of Lamech the blind, was who slew Cain. Satan came. See that? Satan came to Gunan to Tubal in his childhood and made a variety of trumpets and horns and string instruments, cymbals, pastries, lyres, harps, flutes, and he played them at all times, at every hour. So let's look at that. So you know, like I say, we're going all the way in. So so he said we got Adam's descendants. We know how they got all these gifts because they received the melanin, singing and all that. They eventually ended up in the temple with the Israelites. They all got a line of singers, a line of musicians coming from Asaph. You know, so but Satan, Lucifer, got to go back to him. The Most High, when he created him, he got pipes and all this within him. He a musical, supernatural musical being. So Cain is son. So he came to Cain right here. See, it's same source. What I'm reading right here, well, Lucifer came to him right here, same source right here. They just nicknamed it. These aliens I told you about, they talking about same. They ain't just started. He came to Cain right here, showed him how to make musical instruments and all that to play. Because like I told you, the story was that Adam and his children was up on a plateau. And like I said, when you understand it, you know anything about Kilimanjaro and that area over there, that's where they was at, up on a big old plateau. And the Cain descendants was down on the bottom. He trying to hoodwink them off of that plateau. So he goes to this Tubal Cain right here and showed him how to make these musical instruments. And they start playing all these musical instruments because the children Adam is musical, trying to bring them down off the mountain. Anyway, so he appeared to him and showed him how to make all this stuff right here, right? And then it says 8, verse 8. That
Brother Leonard.
Okay.
What letter is the chapter? Because it ain't 40.
It's got 2 X's, two Roman X's. What is that?
Yeah, that is 20, but it's not in my book.
Right. So yeah. So anyway, so he brings in. He's trying to and notice Cain's descendants that multiplied. So like I said, I was telling you earlier too about how, I mean, like I said, I'm just putting it out there. You can let it ferment whatever you want to do with it. So I told you these 200 angels came down later, right? They just following, backtracking behind Lucifer. It was 2 excursions that came from heaven. You had an excursion that was kicked out. Michael booted Lucifer and the third of the angels out. Then in Genesis chapter 6, another excursion came. So the ones that came, the second excursion, all they doing was following the lead off of what Lucifer had done the first time. So he came in the garden and cohabitated with Eve, and they came down and chose them wives. So, like I was saying before, that's what these so-called aliens. These beings got the ability to shapeshift. Well, the Most High clipped their wings. Once they sin, they weren't able to sin no more. Well, but they still supernatural beings. So what they do, they made these fine crafts and left here, but they in the firmament. And like I say, we can't deal with the ocean. So they seen them all in the ocean. Why? Because that's somewhere we can't go. We can't deal with it. That's where they are existing at. Outside our influence. So they ain't, but these brothers, what he talking about ain't, they ain't, and then, nothing new when you rightly divide the scriptures. So like I said before, y'all ain't they ain't no UFOs. These fallen angels in these UFOs. Come on. So like I say, let that firmate. So anyway, I'm showing you how that this alien thing, you got to rightly divide it. I'm showing you who they are. So we're gonna play a little more.
And it's going to. That's all I can't even articulate. I can't even put into words how much of a it's gonna be, because a lot of us don't really understand what's going on. We just think it's some beef between Jacob and Esau, or Esau and Jacob, or whatever. Yahushua, he said, in the days of Noah, so the Son of Man shall be. Now, I'm not saying there's not no beef going on between nations, but ultimately, Yahushua is pointing us back before Jacob and Esau, and before Esau and Jacob, before Jacob. You see what I'm saying? All the way back to Noah. And there's certain things that took place in Noah's day that, if Yahushua is not a liar, it's going to be replicated in.
So, who was back in Noah's day that come to mind? Anybody mind? When you think about Noah's day, that's before the flood. Who you think about?
I think about Og. I think about the wicked people that was down there having sex with their family members, the children of the descendants of Cain.
Right. What about Enoch?
Yeah.
Wasn't that around Noah's day? So look what he just said. He just said in JC. I told you JC ain't nothing but an Edomite think tank. They using him they hiding behind him, like they've been doing for thousands of years. So they hiding behind the slave ships. They didn't want to own them, but they had some more folks using them. So he said that in that day, in Noah's day, so shall the Son of Man. Who the Son of Man?
Enoch.
Yeah.
You see how you hooked me? See how you didn't flip that? Enoch, the Son of Man. So did Enoch die?
No.
Okay, who coming back? JC or Enoch?
Enoch.
See,
Enoch, JC.
okay, so we got to divide it. See that? So that's how they operate. So and then brother, he doing. I mean, I appreciate the documentary or whatever, but see what I'm saying? So that's how they operate. But we're gonna keep going.
Today's day, you get me? So many a times we minor on majors and major on minors, minor on majors and major on minors, or because we've been taught the thing inside out, back to front, upside down, we kind of, when we come to an understanding of a brief concept of who we are, I see people just get gassed, arrogant, pompous, self-righteous, and it's like, wow, you're probably better off being in a coma, them way there. You're probably just better being kissing white Jesus, because now you've awoken, so-called, or you've been, the Most High has been awakening you. You've just gone totally the opposite way. the book says, envy not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. You get that? You get that? Envy not the oppressor and choose none of his ways. And the crazy thing is, most people are acting like the oppressor. They've woke up and now they're like, wow, I've actually someone in life. And now they're acting like the same oppressor who oppressed them. So Yahushua said,
So he said they woke up, but like I said before, they half-ass awake. They ain't awake because you still talking about JC and Yehoshua. You half-ass awake. So anyway, anybody got any comments on that? That's as in the days of Noah, is the name of the days of Noah, birth of a wife, birth to a wife, angels, aliens, and Nephilim. You want to watch it? It's as in the days of Noah, birth to a wife, angels, aliens, and Nephilim. You want to watch it? Okay. So with that being said, I want to get over here to the lesson, main thing I was going to talk about. So I had came across a couple of things. I kind of dealt with it a little bit last night, but you know, these brothers, they kind of rough around the edges. And so I told you that how, you know, that's who Yahweh deal with. Moses, I mean, that's what Moses had around him. Moses was rough around the edges. David had 33 mighty men around him. They was rough around the edge. You can't just walk up on them any kind of way. You got to give them 50 feet. So we're gonna go into this. I was watching a little video, and that's what we're gonna watch some of it, break it down, and watch some more and break it down. But in case anybody don't know, the Lord of Hosts is on the move. We was talking about it earlier, how the fires and all this stuff going on, all this record breaking stuff, and the heat. You know, I was looking yesterday. I wasn't paying no attention, and you know, I was seeing it, but I wasn't seeing it. I was looking at these. You know how you have vinyl siding on houses, and it's warping, it's melting. It's like melting, like you melt butter, and you know, it's starting to melt out the house. That's how hot the heat is. And I'm like, wow. So you know, wasn't really paying attention to it until it dawned on me. I seen like 4 or 5 different houses like that. It's crazy. So anyway, so he on the move. You got to understand that, you know. So that brings me to the point. Shiloh. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that popped up out of my head out the blue. You know what I'm saying? This been going on with me forever. I just didn't know. I didn't know who I was at first. So anyway, I came to the conclusion and found out that, you know, reason why, you know, he gave me that to do that. So I'm explaining right here. So I'm explaining through the video. Okay, here we go. Like I said, we're gonna play some, break it down, play some more and break it down, and play some more and break it down. Because this is very important. Okay. Here we go. Like I say, these brothers rough around the edges. Here we go. Can you see that?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I was talking to my brother, one of the brothers and whatnot, about faith healing. For all you Christians to be watching, where are all y'all's pastors at?
And no, that ain't T.I.
With the laying on of hands
Okay.
for the coronavirus? All Christians right now should be like, this shit is a joke. If the corona pandemic has taken hold of the world the way that they say that it has, which is bullshit, but if it has, why have not the faith healing niggas, the Benny Hinn's, the TD Jakes? The TD Jakes, he's a prosperity nigga, right? Yeah, he's prosperity. Same thing. Where all the Christian pastors at? Like, why they ain't laying hands on niggas? Why niggas ain't coming with taste buds missing and can't smell nothing, and they get their hands laid on them, and then they be all right? Because the pastors at home sick with the corona. This nigga got the corona too. You got the corona, yeah, home with the flu. That shit is a joke. Anybody watching this a Christian, man, stop. That shit is a joke. You know it's a joke. There's some women on here right now watching that that have stood up at the altar of the Christian church and said that they was healed from some shit that they know that they was still hurting from. They know gosh damn well that they was still hurting. Their knee still hurted. And when they got touched on the forehead, they said, I'm feeling good. And they went home and this shit was still hurting, but they didn't want to tell nobody because they wanted people to think that they had some kind of special experience with God and he loves them so much that he healed their knee. I don't know about everybody else, but I feel good. Meanwhile, that motherfucker popping and crackling and shit, it hurt. This shit is a joke. The scriptures say the herbs are for the healing of the nations. So you got certain herbal healers out here, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna name no names, you know what I'm saying? I deal with one. I name him Yaki. That, you know, I don't fuck with the doctrine that they spitting on certain shit or whatever. Be good brothers. They decent as far as I'm concerned. And they, you know, they shit works. Make you feel better. Matter of fact, let me show you.
Yeah. So the best, hey, real talk, what he's saying is true. Yeah.
Shit is backwards. So y'all wonder who he is.
Yep.
Yaki.
Hey, he got some of the best stuff because I've taken a lot of herbs.
I'm gonna flip this shit so they can see it.
I've taken a lot of herbs, man, and this is by far the best one that I've taken thus far. So it worked.
This is where you. This is his logo right here. There goes his website. Y'all can see that shit.
One of the logos.
He funny as a motherfucker. Yeah, there go the website. But shit worked. Now this, I ain't saying go there for Bible study or no shit like that. But the healing of the nations and whatnot, he's tapped into that. You know, flip that back. He's tapped into that shit. You know what he's talking about. And the shit works. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got ailments, your organs or whatever wanna naturally cleanse all diseases. Because I've always believed that the body is equipped to heal everything if you put the right shit in it. That's why we was living for hundreds of years and shit back then. We was eating better. We wasn't eating all this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So Yaki and there's some other herbalist dudes out there. It's just the one that I fuck with. You know, that's what the healing is right there. The herbs are for the healing of the nations. The Most High created these things for us. You got weeds in your yard, man, that'll heal shit. Natural antiseptics, pain relievers, and whatnot. This is what they make those voodoo witchcraft doctor pills out of. They'll take that shit out of something that grows in your backyard, and then they'll put it in a pill form and sell that shit to you for top dollar. Meanwhile, you got a whole yard full of the shit that your pills are made out of. So, you know what I'm saying? Tap into the herbal healer niggas. Them are the niggas that you won't mess with. That's natural. That's of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Once again, y'all sign the website. It's backwards right now. Rewind the shit. You can go see the website on there. Faith healers, you're full of shit.
Hey, yeah, real talk.
I don't probably follow shit. There go Nehemiah. Somebody, you know you probably know the fuck I don't. I ain't eating meat though. I'll take advice. I'll take advice anywhere it is. I'll see the shit to be of the Lord. I ain't eating meat. I just eat fish. I know y'all don't agree with that shit, but I don't give a fuck. I like fish, and I'm gonna have some kind of damn meat.
So think about this though, too, what you was talking about with faith healers and stuff. The reason why you ended up going to see a faith healer was because you wasn't taking care of yourself.
Yep.
So it ain't the faith healer that's gonna heal you. It's you changing your lifestyle and eating right and exercising and doing things that will prevent you from going to go see the faith healer. Just like if you get sick and then you got to go see the doctor's going to tell you, hey, this is what you need to do. You need to eat and exercise. Yep, these are the things that you need to do so you don't continually be sick. That's what you brothers and sisters got to understand. It's not the faith. Like if you go to Yaki, for example, all the herbs and medicines that he gives you is great. If while you're taking those things, you've changed the way that you've been eating. If you change your bad habits, if you change your patterns, then the stuff that Yaki has for you will work for you. But if I buy his products and I'm still eating bad, not exercising, not taking care of myself, all that stuff means nothing. It ain't gonna do anything for you. So you got to be able to change your mindset and your lifestyle for any of those things to work for you. And with that being said, a lot of the things that they prescribe for you is also things you can get from the store. Because when Judah was talking about that, I was like, yeah, you can go to the store, you can get dandelions. You can go to the store, you can get other kind of what you would deem as weeds in your yard. There's actual places, man, that you can buy these things and you can eat them and cook them up just like regular old shit.
Yep, they got all the vitamins.
They got all that.
I got a few books for my wife to read over. But I'm gonna go through them too. But for my wife and my sister to read over, it goes into natural healing things that are out there in your garden. Shit that they have you spray Roundup on is actually good for you and edible, and will give you the vitamins that you need to make it throughout the day. If you're in a bad situation, if you're in a starving situation, they give you the vitamins, proteins, minerals that you need to fucking make it. Hey, brothers and sisters, look this shit the fuck up. You're going to trip out about the stuff that we've actually been taught is nothing, and it's bad for you, and it's ugly for your yard. You're going to trip out to see that what? I can eat, I see this shit all day, every day. High in vitamin C, more than an apple, more than a lemon. High in this, more than of that, and high in that. It's the shit that's sitting out in the sun, absorbing all this sunlight, natural air, you know what I'm saying, the earth, the soil, and whatnot. Ain't nobody fucking with it, and it's good for you. Man, they done lied to us. A lot of shit that they done told us is a lie. You got food in your backyard right now that will sustain you so you don't starve to death. There's motherfuckers that starve to death laying in a bed of shit that they can eat. Because they lied to us. Brothers and sisters, please look it up. At this type of juncture that we are in life right now, with everything gearing up and the whole new world order seeming to come into play, not a conspiracy theorist at all, but you just gotta look at shit for what it is. They forcing vaccines on people. They're gonna cause to where you can't go to the grocery stores. They already done did it in certain places. It's expedient for you to look this shit up before YouTube goes out. Before the Amazon ain't shipping shit no more where you can read and find this out. It's gonna be a lot of people that slip on this information and they're gonna be fucked because there ain't gonna be no communication. Ain't gonna be no YouTube University. Ain't gonna be none of that. I'm telling you, ain't gonna be none of that. You motherfuckers is gonna be eating your children and shit. Yeah. What Nehemiah say?
Animals, dogs, and cats.
Yeah, they eat grass and shit. Yeah. You're absolutely right. When your animals are sick, notice your dog, he eat dog food and meat and all that, but when he gets sick, he go out in the yard and start eating weeds and shit. Why you think that is? That's real shit. Nehemiah, you right. Niggas won't go to church. You take your fat ass into church. Heal me up my diabetes. Nah, nigga. Eat what you're supposed to eat, and that's gonna heal your damn diabetes. That shit ain't forever.
Hey, Judah mentioned something. He mentioned Roundup. Roundup is owned by the pharmaceutical companies. So all those pesticides and stuff in there that they be spraying your yards with, and they'll call the shit weeds. That shit is not weeds. It's actually food. There's different types of food that grows in your yard, but they'll take the Roundup, the pesticide, kill those things that are good for you, and then force you to go to them to be able to buy their products, which they'll tell you, hey, it'll heal this ailment, but it also make you give you stomach cramps or bleeding or headaches and all that other shit. So how the fuck is that a remedy? And you'll have brothers that'll be like, hey man, you can't take marijuana, shit like that. But yet they'll go to the pharmaceutical companies and they'll take the shit that they give you.
Hey, when I used to work in the hospital, they used to come in, and you look at the comments right there. They used to come in and be like, what medications are you on? These motherfuckers literally would do like this. Yeah. It'd be a whole bag full of shit. Yeah. Look like they've been trick or treat. I remember sitting in there thinking, because I'm about to take them to x-ray and shit. I remember sitting there thinking, that is like a meal. These motherfuckers I gotta take all, they have them lined up. I gotta take these all day. How do you take them? How do you eat? Yeah. That's like eating a bowl of fucking cereal. All them damn pills you gotta take every day. Well, this one is for my diabetes, but this one make my feet swell up. So this is to relieve the swelling, but this will make my rectal bleeding act up. This is to stop my booty from bleeding, but it make my eyesight vision blurry. This is to clear my eyesight. It's like, what the fuck are y'all doing?
Yeah, I remember I had gotten into a real bad car accident, and so I had gained 100 pounds between like year 1 and like year 4 or something like that. I had put on a whole lot of weight. So I went to the doctor and they was like, you got type 2 diabetes. So I went and they sent me to some other like professional doctor. I went and spoke to him and he was like, look, I can put you on different kind of medications. He was like, but if I put you on those meds, it'll now give you like kidney problems. He was like, and you too young for me to give you these meds to now where you'll be having kidney issues. And these are regular old medicines that everybody be taking on a regular basis. But I don't know, for whatever reason, man, he started giving me information about it. He was like, you got two choices. He was like, I can give you these medications and then you have other issues. Or you can just diet and exercise. And if you diet and exercise, your type 2 will go away and you'll be good. So I chose option 2. I took the diet, exercise, I started juicing, I started doing all that shit, and my type 2 went away. But these doctors that know that shit, man, they'll talk to you and they'll tell you that you can take these medicines that we have for diabetes and other stuff, but if you take them, it's at a risk of having other ailments.
When I was working at the hospital, this is years ago, over a decade ago. I was working at the hospital, and on my right foot, my right big toe, the motherfucker started turning brown. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I'm like, man, where am I? Because my stepfather's feet look like that. And I'm like, man, I don't want my feet looking like that. Shit look bad. So I told the doctor, and now I'm friends with these doctors in there. I've been working there for damn near 10 years. So I know them. They know me. So we got a relationship, rapport. You know what I'm saying? They cool as fuck. So I said, hey, is there anything I can do? He said, take off your shoe. Looked at it. He was like, okay. He said, y'all to just leave it. I was like, why not? Is there anything I can do to get that out? He said, I got some medicine that I can prescribe you, but it's hard on your liver. It's hard on your liver, so I wouldn't, I wouldn't suggest you take it. But he has it, though. What tells me is he done prescribed that shit to some other motherfuckers that have foot fungal, because usually when you got foot fungus, it's an internal thing that makes the fungus concentrate right there and whatnot. So you gotta cure that shit internally. That's why it's like you gotta take medicine. That topical shit really don't work. So I'm like, this nigga been prescribing this shit to other people that's fucking they live up. So then the nigga taking foot fungus medicine, but he's a drinker. And not only is the liquor drinking fucking his liver up, but the medicine for the foot fungus is actually destroying his liver. This nigga end up with cirrhosis. This is the shit that they doing to us in these hospitals. And we still go. And these are the people that got the virus vaccine. Hey, I don't know if any of y'all ever peeped. Look at Google this shit while Google still exists. Have y'all ever peeped the flu shot back maybe a decade ago? They did a study and they keep it quiet that the flu vaccine was turning motherfuckers retarded. Like it was a girl that she used to be a cheerleader or something. She was like this for the rest of her life.
She got Tourette's all over.
Yeah, she fucked up for the rest of her life. From what? The flu vaccine. You be letting them pump in bullshit in you. Hell no.
Okay. Anybody got a comment so far? We going somewhere.
Yeah, right.
Shabbat
Yep.
shalom.
Exactly.
It's all true. Shabbat shalom. Shalom.
Okay.
Shalom. Yes, he is totally right when he's talking about the medicine that these doctors prescribe us. About 5 years ago, I had to be intubated. I had to be put on a ventilator because one of the medications that I was prescribed was making my throat swell.
Okay.
And so when I went to the emergency room, the doctor told me, he said, we have got to put this tube in your throat because your throat is swelling rapidly. And he said, if we don't do this right now, he said, we will have to cut your throat to put the tube in. So I was asleep. I was out for like 2 days. And when I woke up, I went in on a Friday. I woke up on a Sunday. And the doctor told me, he said, this medicine would not have affected me like it affects you and your culture. And he said, I really don't understand why he would have prescribed you this medicine.
Right.
So when I say it's wicked and they're bankers and it's all about money, and so I also became a vegetarian after that, and I don't even eat meat.
Right.
And I also take herbs, and our bodies were meant to move.
Right.
So we really need to exercise regularly also.
Right. Yeah, we had a guy. I had a guy down here, retired from the military. He went to the doctor, and that same thing happened. He died. throat swelled up and suffocated. And yeah, that was crazy. There wasn't nothing wrong with him. Well, he went to the doctor. Yeah, so anybody else got anything before we started back? Like I said, we going all in on this because of, like I said, we going somewhere. We keep in mind Shiloh.
Right.
Okay.
Right, but you can't, like he was saying, you can't do natural, but then you're still drinking soda, eating potato chips, eating candy, not exercising. You have to change your whole way of life. All the old way of doing things, you need to throw it out the window.
Right. Okay.
Right.
All right. Anybody else? Okay, we're gonna start it back.
Hey, I saw a video yesterday where you had some nurses. Right now, they was like they got fired from their jobs or whatever because now in the medical field they making everybody take the shot, so they working towards that. And they was like, we ain't taking that because they'll tell you that the vaccines work, but we work in a hospital and we see people who've taken the vaccine still get sick. They was like, and then you hear multiple reports of some saying is good and some saying is bad, but there hasn't been enough studies on there to prove what it actually does, especially if you still see people getting sick. They was like, you don't know what they putting in, and I work in the medical field. They was like, I would recommend that no one takes this damn vaccine because it's too new. But I think it's one step further than that. I don't think the fact that it's too new, I think that they up to some shit. We just experiments to them to the point where the shit that we be seeing in movies is gonna come to play. But right now they gotta work themselves up, and right now we just the guinea pigs on that shit.
They show us this shit. Hey, in the movies they be showing us the shit. Brothers and sisters, pay attention. I know y'all, it seems conspiracy or whatever, but in the movies they even cover that. Notice in the movie the conspiracy theorist niggas end up being right. Yeah. Everybody else, the masses be wrong. You're a conspiracy theorist. Remember that movie 2012 where the earth started fucking up? Was it 2020? When the earthquake and the shit and it started fucking up, and it was a conspiracy theorist. Woody Allen was the conspiracy theorist. He was up in Yellowstone Park, and he's like, "I've been saying this shit for years."
Yeah,
and he
Nicolas
was right.
Cage.
Other motherfucker, I Am Legend. You heard conspiracy theorists on news clips when they were doing flashbacks. Conspiracy theorists talking about this shit is gonna fuck up everything. They was right. All the conspiracy theorist motherfuckers on the movies be right, and everybody else be fucked up.
Hey man,
pay attention.
Hey, so Rachel recommended us to watch a movie yesterday. It's called what? Contagion. Hey, why that shit didn't take place in fucking China? Hey, I watched that shit last night. I'm like, hold on a second.
Go back and watch Contagion.
This shit look real similar to what the fuck going on right now.
It's in the Kabbalah magic. Just Kabbalah. So y'all know, please, brothers and sisters who got a fucking mind bigger than a pea, go and research the shit that we saying. In Kabbalah magic, the Kabbalah, the fake Jews, those white people that call themselves Jews but are not, but do lie, like Revelations 2:9 and 3:9 tells us. They have a Kabbalah, a book called the Kabbalah, and they have a couple of other little sorcery books or whatever where they talk about, and I'm talking about the deep Kabbalah, not the one the watered down one, but the one that these motherfuckers are warlocks. That's why they dress in all black, you know what I'm saying, all black with them little warlock witch hats from Salem and shit, all black suits. These niggas is warlocks. That's where that shit comes from. That's where the dress code comes from. They stick to it. They don't give a fuck if they show you, because most of us are ignorant as fuck. We'll just eat whatever we fed. But in there, it talks about how they have to show you and get you to accept certain things before they can actually do it. And if they show you and you accept it, then they can do it. How did they get to doing that? Hollywood. Hollywood stands for holy wood. Holy wood was what they used to make magic wands out of and whatnot. Now, I'm not saying this hocus pocus and power comes out of the shit. I'm just saying these are things that they were practicing. And they used certain wood from certain trees to make this shit, and it was to enchant you. They came up with Hollywood. That's the same concept, where they put these fucking images of homosexuality, desensitized you to it, and then they can unravel it. Because you've already seen men kissing and seen images of men having sex with each other, women having sex with each other. They put those images in your motherfucking head, get you to accept that shit, and then they roll it out. 9/11. That shit was in movies well before it happened. It was in music well before it happened, and they roll it out, and people accept it. And then they just mourn together because this is what we accepted, and we knew this was gonna happen. That's what they doing to us. Look this shit up. I was in this shit a long time ago as far as looking up that type of stuff, and I dismissed it as conspiracy because I got with the camp that I got with, and they on some other shit, and they shut the doors of information on certain places. But I know all this shit to be valid. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. And you see it. So they showing us all the stuff they doing to us in movies. I Am Legend and all of those shit, the different levels of zombiedom and this, that, and the third. And how it's gonna be. There was another one called, it had Brad Pitt in it. World War Z. There was some more where they mad scientist shit where it broke out, and once it broke out, it spread like wildfire across the world. Now this pandemic is worldwide, and they doing worldwide vaccines and worldwide injections on the same shit. Hey, pay attention. Brothers, get your motherfucking ammo up. I'm just telling you straight up, get your ammo up. You headshot. Headshot.
If not for the zombies that's gonna come get you, you still got to deal with those people that's fearful of the fucking zombies and shit. Mm-hmm. And you got to deal with those people that's fearful of starving. And now they got to go ransack whatever the hell you got. It could be, and you brothers who don't want to get out of the cities, you brothers better make sure you good, because your neighbor that wave at you every morning, when shit go down, it ain't gonna be no more waving. They gonna start knocking on your door and peeking through the window to see what the fuck you got.
Mm-hmm. So, and you got to deal with the crazy motherfuckers that's like, whoa, end of the world. Yeah. We got to fuck everything up. I don't care. I'm gonna give me some ass. I'm gonna give a fuck. I'm gonna die. Them are the purge niggas. They gonna be out here looking to get some ass, and they don't care. They don't care about disease no more. They don't care if they catch herpes or AIDS. Cause at the end, they gonna be out here running around too. So
all you sisters that say I need to be protected. I watched a video the other day, man, where it was this news reporter. She was out there and they was getting ready, trying to set everything up, and they had the camera going on live. And two dudes walked up and they walked behind her and they was like, "Damn, girl, you pretty." And then one of them was like, "Man, that's why I can't be alone with you pretty black girls, man, because y'all are so beautiful. It makes me want to do something to you." And you can see the uncomfortableness on her face. But imagine in that day where somebody can make those comments and he can do whatever the fuck he want to do.
He can come and do it. He can actually just snatch you and take you behind the bush.
He did that shit on live camera and she was uncomfortable as hell. One day he gonna be able to get away with that shit.
Yeah, real shit. Real shit, y'all. So, here lately we've been on this survival thing and whatnot. It's expedient. Hey, brothers, you're going to have people that's going to tell you, man, don't worry about that. They're trying to scare people or whatever. We're not trying to scare you, just trying to prepare you. It's the same concept of insurance. You know what I'm saying? You see that it may be that you get into a wreck. Maybe it not be because of your driving, but the driving the poor driving skills of the people around you, or an unavoidable accident or something like that. So you get insurance to make sure if by chance anything happens, you're covered. It's the same concept with this shit. Prepare yourself. What happens if you ain't got if everything goes down and you ain't got no water to drink? Like we got a lot of water stored up, and we got even more that we storing and shit. But what happens if you ain't got no water to drink? Some of y'all live in smaller parts, y'all can't store up nothing, and you have to get up and grab and go. You got to run. What do? I'm gonna give you a tip. Y'all can Google this shit, but I'm gonna give you a tip because some of y'all just listen to us and y'all ain't gonna go fact check nothing. And you're gonna say you ain't have time. And then when the shit hit the fan, you're gonna realize, you're gonna think about it and think about all the time you fucking wasted. You should have been doing something. But look. Water bottle. This water bottle. I'm gonna teach y'all something real quick for you brothers and sisters. To purify water. Like dirty ass water. Nasty ass pond water. Dirty and nasty and got shit crawling around in it. Take you a water bottle or any container that's similar. Take the top off of that bitch. Cut this part off so you can look like a cup. and then take you a piece of paper towel or something right there and block that. Stick it down in there and block that. Now, I hope y'all listening. Pay attention. Now, when you burn like wood and shit, it chars and turns black. And if you burn it all the way, it'll turn into like lump coal. You can break it up into a dust. That's charcoal. You know what I'm saying? Break it up into a dust real fine. And then you take it and you pour it down in here. Pour the dust, the charcoal dust down in here. You fill it. I would fill it to about up the top of there. So all this would be black dust. Then you take some sand. If you don't have sand, get some dry dirt and sift it and get all the smallest pieces out of the shit. You take some sand and you put it on top of that charcoal, and that's a layer. Then you take some rocks, like small pebbles and rocks and shit, you know what I'm saying? Real small granules of rocks, and put it on top of that. And then pour the water on there slowly. And as it goes through, it's going to catch all that bad shit. The charcoal going to catch all kind of bad shit too. The last line of defense is going to drip through, and it's going to be clear water. After that, boil that shit to get rid of any kind of pathogens or anything that might be in there, living organisms that are micro that you can't see. Boil that shit to kill all that, then you can drink it. Little tip. I'm trying to give y'all little tips like that all the time. It actually fucking works. It would be expedient for you to just test the shit at home right now before the shit hits the fan, so you know that you can do it. Do the shit. And if you want to understand how to do that even more, Google how to purify dirty water in the wild. Just Google it and learn the shit. It's going to come in handy. Hopefully not, but it may come in handy to save your motherfucking life. It's the type of shit that your leadership should be getting y'all on. Some of y'all are just going to perish. Straight up.
And some of y'all know this. He just gave y'all a good tip, but it's only going to last y'all a couple minutes because y'all going to be in the city and shit. So you're going to get just enough water to run for about 10 minutes before somebody take your ass out. So my advice to you is get out the damn city. That's what I would thirsty though. Right.
Shiloh.
You won't be thirsty.
What you saying is spot on. That was excellent advice. Yeah. But you motherfuckers stay in the city.
Since we get raped, but your mouth won't be dry.
Yep.
You get a full screen.
You get a full screen. Motherfucking throat won't be itchy and shit. But what he's saying is spot on. But my thing about it is, on that subject matter is, why even put yourself in that predicament? Because after you do that, where are you going to go? Like, have you built any relationships? Have you got anything stored up? Even for you brothers in the city. If you're in the city and something happens, is there somewhere that you can go? Is there another brother's house where y'all got all your stuff stored up? Or you got plans or ideas? Because everybody, like we be saying, y'all watch us, but everybody's not going to do what we got going on for whatever reason. But damn, at least put yourself in a predicament where you can fucking survive. Give yourself a shot.
Okay. I'll give you another tip. I'm keep on doing this shit, Marsh. I know y'all like that. Hey, man, let's go over some classes, something deep. This is shit that's going to save your life. Real talk.
He said mouth and ass wet.
Who said it? Nehemiah? I knew it was Nehemiah's ass. I had a brother that hit me up and he was showing me his bug out shit. He's like, I got a bug out bag, and he had a couple other things. He showed me
gunner bag.
He got a gun, you know what I'm saying? He got his bug out bag. I'm like, all praises. I'm like, okay, you got your bug out bag. For those of you that have backpacks, you know what I'm saying? Like, you get your backpack, something that's comfortable for you to wear, that you can go and you can put on and shit that you can run with. I would suggest it, you brothers and sisters, put on a backpack, fill it up, put extra weight in there. You don't even have to put your supplies in there. Get some weights and put it in there. Probably about 20 pounds. Start off with 10, 20 pounds, depending on man or woman. 10, 20 pounds. And every morning, walk with it. Every morning, just walk your neighborhood. Walk about 30 minutes with this shit. Because these motherfuckers get heavy on you when they got some stuff in them. Just walk around with the motherfuckers on. Get used to it. So when you bug out and you put it on, you ain't walk around all uncomfortable, and then you're going to end up, somebody just going to end up taking your bag because you can't handle the shit. Because you ain't never practiced with it on. So make sure you able to be comfortable with whatever bag that you call your bug out bag. Now, what I told the brother is, okay, you got your bug out bag. Shit's about to hit the fan. Okay, where you going?
Here we go.
Where you going?
I got my bag. Shit's hitting the fan. I'm out of here. Where you going? Like, where the fuck you going? Brothers and sisters, we gotta have a plan. Y'all need to start linking up and having a plan, even if y'all don't fuck with each other all the time. You know, somebody with land, somebody close to you. You know what I'm saying? Some of you brothers have land that y'all sitting on. Turn that into a meeting spot. You know, like I ain't put no house on it yet or whatever. Work on something, put something there. You know, if nothing else, put a little trailer there and put supplies in it, and make that a spot to where you can hook up with brothers and whatever sisters. If y'all got some sisters that y'all want to include, sisters will fuck your shit up. All you sisters, y'all better get under a man that got a plan, because y'all motherfuckers won't be doing. Yeah. But have a place to go. Don't have a bug out bag and no motherfucking plan. I got supplies and water bottles and shit in here, clean drawers and food. But where you gonna go? Yep. Hey, you gonna go 3 blocks over and hide in the alley behind the dumpster.
Yeah, to Judah's point, y'all gotta have a plan. You gotta look at it like car insurance. You pay car insurance every month, and it ain't gonna be no accident every month, but you store up insurance just in case something happens. So you brothers, you got to have some kind of insurance between each other just in case something happens. A lot of y'all brothers be in the city or in somewhere and y'all be talking about, hey man, there's no brothers in my city and I have nobody to fellowship and talk to. Okay, if there's somebody else in a different state, you might not be able to go there at the moment, but be like, hey, let me invest in what you're doing. Let me invest in what y'all got going on. Here's arms. Let me come out and help. Because if something go down, you got to have somewhere where you can go. But if you ain't helped nobody, you haven't given to nobody, you haven't done nothing, you haven't stored up anything, when shit go down, where you going to go and who you going to call and what are you going to do? You didn't.
Okay, we're going to stop it right there for right now. Any comments?
I got a lot of comments.
What you got?
What I got,
Yeah.
I'm about to keep it real with all y'all and all y'all YouTubers, straight up. I ain't finna play around, period.
Okay.
When I first joined this group, I told y'all the same stuff. And when I
Right.
said that me and my aqua was out there trying to lead a city and buy land, I got told that Most High was going to gather us. Then when I said, gather water, get y'all food supplies and stuff up because it was going to go down, I got told I was moving in fear. And it's a lot of wisdom that come from women too, because the Most High had me and my aqua both out here scouting the land to the point to where we can identify wild plants that can make flour, and flour make bread, and we know how to make bread without the oven. So it's serious, and I'm trying to figure out what's up with the Shiloh plan, because if you talk about letting us come out there and gather, we know how to farm, we know how to grow food, and the Most High was blessing me to the point to where he was growing me 5-pound zucchinis that was almost as long as my arm, and I was able to feed 40 people off one piece of fruit. So it's going down, and it is time to link. It ain't time to be silly. We already know that it's gonna be neighbor against neighbor. Like he said, your best friend gonna be looking at you in your face, but trying to figure out what's in the back of your yard. And so nothing personal. Nah, people is wicked, and their heart is wicked. Everybody not Israel. Everybody not following their laws, statutes, and commandments. They not gonna remember not to covet thy neighbor stuff. They not gonna remember not to go and break inside somebody's house. It's gonna be every man for theyself. And yeah, he is right. Women, we do need to be up under a man, because the scripture shows say that it's gonna be 7 women to 1 man in that day, and they gonna say we got our own bread, our own water, our own everything, and all we need is your name and your fist. I want a big black man, period. And you better know how to fight. And when I'm to fight, and don't be scared, because I ain't scared. So at the end of the day, we need to be doing more than just studying scriptures. We do need to be preparing and linking together, because it is finna go down, and we ain't got to be worried about what the next person say. And I believe that if the Most High already said that he'll spare a city if 10 righteous people is in there. So what y'all think he gonna do on a plot of land that we got, and we keeping our laws, statutes, and commandments? And it's just like the old days where we took to ourselves and was like, all right, we ain't finna do all that mess that they was doing. We gonna keep our laws. We gonna do this, that, and the third. I'm pretty sure he gonna bless us and give us rain in our due season and make sure that we good. But y'all don't need to be undermining people when they coming with wisdom, telling y'all, hey man, I got a 50-pound bag of beans. Well, the Most High gonna deliver us. I'm sure he is, but I'm also sure that he had me in the store on that day and told me to talk to the little Arab man and talk him out of whatever he was pricing me for to give me a 50-pound bag of pinto beans.
Right. So that's why it's got an S on it. Shilohs. That's what these brothers talking about. That's how the Most High works. It's S. You got a Shiloh. I'm working on one. These brothers working on some.
We ain't got no Shiloh, brother. I ain't got no Shiloh.
Yeah, that's what it is. But you got over there is a Shiloh in the makings. Just like what I got a Shiloh in the makings. And what the thing is that, like he just said, you're gonna see later on in the video how people are calling in, and what he just said, give alms. You in the place where you at, you can't do nothing, but you know somebody that's doing something, then you pay alms to them. You might not even end up going to that particular place, but it's gonna be a place where you can go. You have different places where you can go, Israelite people, Israelite communities. So that's what's going on. That's what the Most High doing. Because like I said, this ain't just I wasn't sitting on the back of a truck somewhere and just thought about this. Most High put it on mind. He's doing the same thing with these brothers, and he's doing it with other brothers. Like I said, you're gonna see what they calling in. So and you helping this person over here, helping that person over there. You don't know where you're gonna end up at, but at least you sowing. So you say, what are you talking about? In 2 Kings with Elisha. Elisha kept coming around there, you know what I'm saying? He holy. Just like Michael, Gabriel, and Raphael, all them holy. Well, these Levites, they holy. So he kept coming around there and fixing everything, and everything started happening. Everything started going good for them. Well, she saw that. She understood that, and they said, let me fix him a little old house over here on the side. When he do come through here, he got somewhere to stay at.
Come on.
That's how that work. You have to understand that when you understand the whole perspective of it, then when you start doing what you're doing, you got to include what the Most High doing too. You got to include that into it on a regular basis. Because like I said, in my situation, I'm 6 days out of the week. I'm over here. I completely stopped at the detail shop, being obedient to the Most High.
Come on.
So that's how it's working. That's how it's working. And now I started with that. I had no idea what these brothers was doing, but look at what the Most High doing. He's doing this all over the place.
Yes.
Like you said, there ain't no more time to play. There ain't no more time to play. It's time to get the information Most High, because He's gonna bring it to you, and when He bring it to you, act on it. You gotta act on it. These brothers ain't, like I said, these regular brothers is rough around the corner, around the collar, like I am. But the Most High done pulled the spirit out on them. They ain't doing what they normally do. They stopped doing what they normally do. You know, they ain't doing what they normally do no more. That's the Most High. David had 33 giants around him. Yeah, normally they're eating people. But look what they was doing with David. Most High put a spirit on him. And so then you have to recognize that. Like the lady did. She said, he started coming around here, everything happening, everything good and all that. Let me do this here. That's how that works. Go ahead.
And I'm saying also that we just got to be wary, because me and my aqua was with a group of people where literally we went out to Utah. We came with food, trees, plants, seeds, planted on their land, was trying to buy into their land, trying to stay there, trying to figure out, let's turn what y'all got into a greenhouse, like literally over 40 people. And they end up being some scammers. They wasn't gonna never have no intentions on letting us come and stay there. We was helping them build their stuff up. But you have a different spirit. And it seemed like those brothers got a different spirit. And like you said, and like everybody know, all Israel, not Israel. Right. And closed mouths don't get fed. So if y'all need something, hey, what can y'all contribute? Because different growing zones, we got different seeds that can grow in different places. I got moringa tree seeds, and moringa is a healing herb. It's a healing plant. My aqua done took the time. The Most High sat her down and put her in a whole herbal class where we done learned how to take the bark off of trees and make all type of stuff. She know how to make tinctures and stuff that are healing. You know what I'm saying? We know how to get the information out and everything. So it's like, well, what do you need? Can we get some addresses? Can we start trying to mail stuff to you as we can? you know, and the sisters need to be linked up. It's time to go back to being the help. It's time to go back to being what we know how to do, because the men gonna be the warriors, and shoot, we got some females that's gonna be some warriors too. Because I'm telling you, man, I'm probably gonna go into my crazy. I'm ready to fight. I'm just saying.
Right. So like I said, that with that information that need to be incorporated in when you have the women's class, the women's advanced Bible class, some of that information need to be incorporated in it.
Right.
So the thing about it is, like I said, it's happening. It's going down. You know what I'm saying? You can't. It's no longer time to be fumbling. And so I said that before. When the situation that you and Renata found yourself in with those other people, that's why I was saying, look at somebody.
Hello.
Look at them. Observe them. Look at them. Look all upside their grill. You know, when somebody go to jail, they take 3 different angles of that person. Side shot, front shot. You just got to look at the person. If the spirit of the Most High on them, one of them angles, you're gonna see it. That's
look
how that works.
Profile.
You gotta get there. You gotta be constant. You ain't no more time for to be fumbling with nobody. You got people that's super slick. They'll talk your shoes off of you. But they can't hide that demon in them if you steady watching and looking.
Right.
You sure can't hide. They sure got to running when we start talking about y'all ain't keeping the Sabbath right. We start talking about let's get into these scriptures. We got kicked out. So
that's what I'm saying. So you have to constantly be watching for that, because like I said, what's happening is this thing being wrapped up. And you ain't no time for no more time to fumble with it. Like I said before, it didn't make no sense for me to at first I didn't understand what's going on. It didn't make no sense for me to stop doing what I was doing, teaching the car, but I see now why. He cut me off from that because it's hammer time. So what I'm doing right now is what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's what I'm doing.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, that's how it works. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit around and say, well, no, they ain't responding, they ain't doing this, they ain't doing. I still got to do what I got to do, because what the Most High, I can't say I don't know. I don't know when he's moving and when he's doing what he's doing. I can't say I don't know, because I know. That's how that works. Yeah, but like I said before, I ain't the coincidence I stumbled on this video. That's why I'm playing. Anybody else? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I think that that Shiloh would be a great place for us to have to go to, and that we should start contributing, every month monetarily, even small, big, whatever you can afford.
Right. Because that's going to be the end result. And
like
I said, we see now it ain't going to just be one. Because like the brother's saying, it's going to be more. They don't know what they're saying, but I know what they're saying. So the thing is that you got to, you might not even sow here, sow somewhere else. But you might sow somewhere in Texas, but you're going to reap in Louisiana. You don't know where you're going to reap it, but you got to at least sow somewhere when you recognize what Most High doing and what these people doing. You sow into that.
Right.
I feel that completely.
That's the first thing you got to do. Like I said, I met all the people on the line. I met them, most of y'all, some of y'all 3 years ago, some 6 months ago. Way before that, Most High was preparing this conversation and this meeting and all that 20-some years before this.
Yes.
So that. Come on, you have to zero in on that and understand that. That's the first priority. It ain't the second or the last priority. That's the first priority. Because this thing coming like 100 miles an hour.
It is.
Exactly. And I feel like
stop sugarcoating.
If we can invest in bread, I feel like it'd be wise to be invested in, you know what I'm saying? Like your Shiloh project. Like I really respect that. Like we trying to jump on it. You feel me? We got tent, sleeping bags and stuff like that, because I've seen that Babylon was crashing, and I ain't trying to hold on to Babylon. I'm straight. We got kids and stuff. It's the next generation that's trying to come up. It's time to link together. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of land. I was already scouting, like, you need some trees, you need some potatoes.
Right. It's more people. Right. It's more people that need it's more people that need the information that everybody getting on this line. It's a lot of people need it. Like even these brothers, they talking about JC.
Yep, in the New
You know
Testament.
what I'm saying? They talking about JC. So yeah. Like I said, I can't say I don't see what he's doing because I'm looking dead at it. But I can't. It's all so much. I can so much I can do. So that's how that works. But anyway, anybody else got any more comments? Want to play a little more, and then we're gonna.
Yep. I want to add that there is a new video by Thought Camera Action, and it's talking about the Neanderthal DNA variants and Aboriginals.
Yeah. I got that. I was trying to figure out. I got that. I was trying to figure out what day I was going to incorporate. I was trying to figure out. I'm thinking Monday. Maybe I'll probably use it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Yeah, it is. Okay. So I'm gonna play a little more of this and then go.
Help anybody. You didn't store anything. You didn't give to help anybody build anything. But as soon as trouble comes, you're gonna be the first one knocking on the door. And unfortunately, people going to remember, who is this dude? Oh, he didn't give
Back the fuck up.
He didn't give anything. He didn't store anything. He had an opportunity to help, but he didn't help nobody. He just stayed in his city to himself, and he lived vicariously through the motherfucking Facebook. But when shit hit the fan, he wants help. Hey, we ain't got no place for him, man, because everybody who helped and gave and did, we full right now. We can't take nobody else. So y'all better store up.
And we done already calculated the amount of calories that each person takes to burn. You know what I'm saying? So we got the food calculated. We can't bring and recalculate shit for your disobedient ass. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So brothers, when you get the bug out bag, you got your weapon for protection and whatnot. Make sure you're linking up with other brothers. Don't give us an influx of calls because y'all see that we the ones pushing this shit, because we only dealing with certain brothers. We building relationships right now, and we dealing with certain brothers. And odds are, be realistic, you know what I'm saying? You ain't really gonna be able to make it to us anyway. It's gonna be some brothers around you. You gotta start researching, talking to motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all brothers that got land on here, put it out here. Put it out here. Like, I got land. I'm looking to, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I got a spot of refuge. Because some of y'all might be like, well, I ain't fucking with him because it's doctrine. When this shit goes down for real, if it does, Lord forbid, but it seems like it's going to, y'all ain't gonna give a fuck about doctrine. If you know that nigga over there keeps the Sabbath different from you, and he got water over and you thirsty as fuck, you gonna humble yourself and be like, hey, you think you can give me some water? You ain't gonna be like, nigga, you keep the Sabbath different, keep your water, nigga.
Hey, that's a cut. The reason why I say that's a cut, what happens if shit go down on a Saturday? Y'all Sabbath believers gotta do something. What you gonna do? You gonna wait till you gonna wait till the Sabbath over and then go do what the hell you gotta do? What y'all brothers is gonna do to believe that? They said they gonna pull out Maccabees.
They gonna pull out Maccabees. Ain't no soldiers chasing you. You just these niggas over on Saturday cooking.
Yeah.
You see these they over cooking survival food. You gonna go over and be like, the Lord wouldn't want me to starve. I tell you, it's gonna be all that camp doctrine banging shit is going to go out the window. It's gonna go out the window. That's why I say, brothers and sisters, y'all better get with people who have practical solutions for practical, tangible problems that we foresee. Stop dealing with these niggas that are arguing and all that shit. Everything is fucking fairy tale fantasy, arguing over doctrine, arguing over music, arguing over dumb shit. Fuck all that. Y'all better start paying attention and putting y'all brick where the real building is going. Some of y'all giving alms, some of y'all done gave alms to these niggas for over a decade. And y'all ain't seen nothing. The best that y'all can say y'all seen is these niggas growing and marching and shit, different uniforms for the leadership. That's the best y'all can say y'all seen. Y'all ain't seen shit. Y'all don't have no plan. They ain't got no place. They ain't gave y'all no blueprint, no diagram, but like, this is where you are in your city. This is the route you take to get to the place of refuge if the shit hits the fan. Because for the millions or hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars that we have collected from all you goofy motherfuckers, we've been building this. Y'all didn't know it, but we got a place for just a time like this. Notice ain't nobody saying no shit like that. Nobody. Y'all done put y'all brick in the wrong motherfucking building.
Straight up. Hey, but they got 10,000 members and traveling all across the world and shit like that.
In
Africa, they in Africa. Yeah, they in Africa and in the different islands and shit doing all that shit. Meanwhile, you over here on this side with them, and you ain't got shit to show for it, and you right next to the motherfuckers.
And over the course of the years, you done gave them over $10,000 in alms. Yep. You gave when you refinanced your mortgage and shit, trying to figure out what you was gonna do. You feel like the Lord hit you and told you to give it to them.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Hey, it's fucked up because what's gonna end up happening in that day, man, is and I'm pretty sure they probably done said some shit already. They gonna tell y'all, hey, you gonna have to do this shit on your own.
Work out your own soul salvation.
They're gonna be like, hey, y'all, everybody, every man for himself. Because in that day, what if I ain't around and you can't make it? Damn, they ain't gonna set up no provisions. They gonna put all the shit on y'all to fucking do the shit. But like Judah said, you've been giving alms for decades.
They gonna tell you that they've been warning you, and they lying, and you're gonna be like, I don't remember no warning classes. Y'all told us Jesus was gonna come in the UFO and scoop us up. But when the shit happens and it ain't happening according to what they said, they gonna tell you, we've been warning y'all, we've been telling y'all, you know what I'm saying? And only the people that got money are going to be all right because they got last minute money they can hear them spend. All you broke motherfuckers that been giving money and shit and faith, y'all fucked. Y'all, but these camp niggas ain't got nothing for y'all. Now, I pray that by me and my saying this, because I know a lot of these camp dudes look at us because they hate us. I pray that by us saying this and their members looking at this shit, that y'all start asking questions, y'all start demanding answers, and it starts provoking them to be like, hey, let's take some of this money and do some shit real quick. Because these people is fucking tripping. I pray that that's what happens, so at least y'all got somewhere to go.
Okay. Any comments?
I just want to say they raw, but they real.
Okay, yeah.
They raw, but they real.
That's how they coming. When example, when David was dealing with a Naaman, right? And Naaman didn't do what he's supposed to do, right? What David do? Got all his men together and girded up and was heading toward his house. If it wasn't for Abigail, he was gonna wipe the whole house out, right?
Right.
What he say? Everything that pissed against the wall, he's gonna be taking it out.
Mm.
That don't sound like no nice guy to me. Like I said, he rubbed around the corner.
Okay.
You can't get no nice boy with a bow tie on to pass the Most High judgment.
Mm.
He ain't got the balls to do it.
Mm.
Okay? So yeah. Anyway,
I'm not down to disrespect the Sabbath. I'm not down to be cooking on the Shabbat day. I feel like if we move with wisdom and we use our Hebrew minds and get our stuff together while it's time, because they giving out this money for a reason. They've been allowing us to buy stuff and giving us the time the Most High has. So I feel like if we don't wait to the last minute to gather, and if we don't wait to the last minute to do things, we'll be able to still be able to keep our laws. Because if any Hebrew man is out there grilling on the Sabbath day, I'm not trying to be beside you, bro. Straight up. And we know the Most High come down and burn that whole entire area up. You out here tripping, and the Sabbath day is the most holiest day above all days. It is to be respected, period. Don't let your ignorance get you shot up or killed.
exactly. Right. Yeah. I mean, I think what that brother was saying about that was that first of all, you got so much, like I was saying before, Mosiah said that in Numbers chapter 18 that he called Levi and the sons of Aaron out. They the ones with the knowledge. They the ones do the teaching. But now that we scattered and we waking up, you got guys that ain't Levites. That's what a lot of the problem is. They trying to do something, they ain't no Levite. So that's what that is. But like I said, if you got the spirit of Most High in them and Most High raised them, if Most High raised them up, yeah, they're gonna do what you say. Exactly what you're saying. But if they ain't, they making out, they doing anything it take, whatever it take to, just like they're doing now. They're not doing stuff according to what in righteousness, like it's like the 12 tribe chart. Come on, 12 tribes, they don't add up. They don't add up. So, they coming up with all kind of stuff to hoodwink people with, but
hey, that's just like what you read last night when I can't say his name.
Antiochus.
Yeah, they attacked them on the Sabbath.
Right.
Man, I'm fighting on the Sabbath.
Right, exactly.
I mean, I asked you, I said they wouldn't fight because it was the Sabbath.
Right, exactly. Right. Yeah. But like I said, believe me, they gonna make the adjustment. You know, you might get away with it the first time, but the next time they coming out, you know they coming out swinging.
And you know, I mean, I don't know. That's why I'm asking this question. Is this the right Sabbath? I mean, what it
Yeah, well, the way you look at that, I mean, the way I look at it, you see, I mean, it's not a coincidence that the Most High, they got a calendar, and it's got 7 days out of the week, and then Saturday is the last day of the week. You know what I'm saying? That's the Most High in there. That's the way I look at it. And it ain't no coincidence that he got 7 days, and then even us. I don't know about nobody else, but I always thought that Sunday was the last day of the week.
No, Sunday's considered the first day.
Yeah, I'm saying it's always been like that because
Right.
When they concocted it, they was concocting it according to Hebrews.
Yes.
Most I set it up. So, but the way they got us thinking is like Friday. We thinking that it's time to rejoice, go out and all that and party. But when Most I told you it's a day to start preparing to get ready for the Sabbath day.
Right.
So they had us all messed all up, but the evidence and all that was always there. We just coming at it the wrong way.
Right. And some people still don't understand that Friday at sunset starts the Sabbath. You know, they still only look at Saturday being the Sabbath. Right. You know, and I just want to say something right quick because we said this morning we was going all the way in, right? Because it's hammer time, right? This is not the place to judge anybody or say who's more righteous than anybody, because we all are still in a certain place that we should not be in. Right. This is not the place for that. This is the time to help each other out, build each other up. And as the Lord deals with us individually, that's where we start to correct ourselves. Brother Leonard can't correct us. Brother Leonard can't lead us to the water. He can't make us drink the water. All he can do is provide the information. You know, we are all in different spots. So wherever you are, you got to do what you got to do where you are. But you can't grow and build if you judging everybody. You have to remain humble.
Yes.
You have to. As sisters, we got to pull together better than what we do. It ain't about the looks, the flesh. You know, we got to uplift our brothers. We got to be there for them. Brother Leonard is on this line 6 days a week and on other lines. And he is providing information day in and day out. He ain't putting Prophet Leonard up there for nothing. But we don't hesitate coming on the line, getting the information. Whether if it's $5 or $10, he shouldn't have to ask you. I'm just saying, like I was saying, the brothers raw, but they real. And a lot of people can't take real.
Oh yeah, it's hammer time. That's why it's hammer time. He's gonna affect the people that he's gonna affect. That's what I learned, and he's gonna, like we just read in Psalm 37. He said that he's never seen. He's been old and he's young and he's been 9 years old. He never seen the Most High forsaking his people, his righteous, the righteous one. So it's gonna go down, no matter what. But it's also like I said, thinking like a Hebrew. You looking at a situation and you analyze it, then you act on it.
Right.
Simple as that. That's how they go. That's how they work. Yeah. So you through?
Oh yes, sir. I'm gonna get off the box. Yes, sir.
Okay, so what I was trying to do right now, right here. Anybody else got anything to say with that? Because I had some stuff I wanted to clean up that came out during the week. Some of it came out last night. Anybody got anything else on that? What we just watched?
No. that is really good, and I'm glad that you're showing this to us so we can all start thinking and acting.
Right.
The key word is acting like a Hebrew.
Right.
But I do want to say though, I believe that the Sabbath is on Saturday from sun up to sundown, not Friday night. I
Yeah,
believe that the Jewish dude changed it.
okay, yeah. That's I can go for that. The thing, one thing about that too, well, like I say, people fumble with that, but they go and they say 12, 12 hours, it's 12 hours of darkness, 12 hours of light, but that's in accordance with what the Most High did. He says you got the sun and the moon. And you look at it, it's daylight and darkness. So it's two parts to a day. And you come to the moon, you come to the very beginning in Genesis chapter 1, he says it was darkness upon the face of the earth. When he came back, returning to the earth, he had made the whole thing dark. It was totally dark and water. And then he says he came and made light. So the darkness was there first. So you can't just deal with the light. He said so it's darkness, then the day comes. So in the process, so you dealing in you preparing for the daylight of before it comes. So he said the evening, which is darkness, and the morning. So you got to incorporate both of those. But yeah, that's just we'll deal. We'll come. I'll bring up a class on that. We'll deal with that. But
This the
anyway,
last
so
thing I say, Brother Leonard. We're all respectfully. I definitely agree with what Aqua Michelle was saying, because it's not a place for judgment, and it is also a platform, for everybody to be able to come together and think like a Hebrew. And
right,
I'm a firm believer in the Most High put information in different people. I'm a firm
right,
believer that everybody light shine bright in their own kind of way. And just
right,
because another brother or sister have a different type of opinion, instead of getting all upset, that we should be able to speak freely, and we should be able to come together and you think like a Hebrew now and use all the books that we have. If there's a disagreement on when the Shabbat day start, we should, as especially if we're going to be gathering, because it's nothing like when you get together with people, y'all start having discord, y'all start beefing over what, and we don't have time for that when we're in the wilderness. So it's best to have open discussions and studies where we can use our brain and we can think about things and can and talk about it, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
right,
And it's not about oh well, you think this or you think that. No, let's just talk about it and let's study and let's go to who got the best knowledge and try to do what's best. It's not about being scared or not being able to deal with who real, because at the end of the day, we Judah, we are Israel, we all got a savage part of us. We gonna all go back to our ancestors and be like King David, slicing people head off. Because if it's gonna be you or my baby, you best believe it's gonna be you. Trust me, it's gonna be you 1,000 times. So I'm not gonna play. It's gonna be you or my sister. It's gonna be you, bro. I'm not gonna play with you. I'm not. Don't play with me. I'm not gonna play with you. We at the end days too. Don't play with me. Period. So at the end, I just felt like if we have time that we can gather and do our things and stuff like that, yeah, go ahead, start shipping things to your house, Brother Leonard. You know what I'm saying? And being able to try to link up sometime this year, check out the Shiloh, see what we can contribute, because everything not going to always be about money. You might get a box full of seeds. You might get a box full of water life straws or something like that. People
right,
got different thoughts. I know that I was buying a whole bunch of Tylenol, aspirin, ibuprofen, all type of stuff. Just not to say that pills and stuff, because I do believe in herbs, but just in case somebody got a fever, somebody got some swelling, and we just try to help somebody else out. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
it would be definitely be nice if we started to discussing things even more on a private line when we have our Zoom. That it be some private meetings that we can come together as family and be able to discuss things for sure and study together, so that when the time come, we like, all right, y'all, it's looking like they about to implement this rollout. So everybody, y'all put y'all GPSs on and let's go, because we know they're gonna shut the tolls down We know about the Rex 84 plan. We know that they're going to be blocking off highways. And the thing is that you want to move before this happened. No, you ain't trying to move when the chaos start popping off. You want to already be gone. We trying to be up there before the summer, already building and getting stuff together, helping you paint the fence and stuff, making the fence higher. I'm interested in having dogs out there, killer dogs, ready to snap.
Right. Yes. Yeah. So, like I was saying before, yeah, you need to have more open conversations. Like I said, we got lines for that, so we can do that. And but like I was saying before, the Most High doing this thing. Like I said, I mean, and I've been doing this for so long, but I got people, I got super duper handy, spectacular craftsmen over here, but I can't pay him. But the Most High just sent him. He did his part. He over here, but I can only do so much with him. But he doing all this stuff, and I got, you know what I'm saying? So that's how that works. And with supplies, people bringing materials, all that over here. But I can't. I mean, all I can do is do what I can. Till the Most High do what he gonna do. I feel like that he's nudging people, but I don't think they ain't getting it. You know what I'm saying? Because he doing all this other stuff, everything else I'm looking at him do. So I know he got to be doing that. It's just it must not be registered. Some people is registered, but maybe I ain't registered. I gotta wait it out, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I know he told me to get from what I was doing. I stopped. That's why I'm able to be on the line like I am. So so I'm doing that anyway. Let me connect these dots because we got about, I don't want to go over 2 hours. And I'm gonna set up something for us to come sit on conference call line. We can talk about more stuff where we ain't on wide open on an open mic. I was asked yesterday about anti-epiphanies, and the Most High dealt with him. A lot of people don't understand that, but he dealt with him, and I'm gonna go get that right now. It's in let me get it. Page 14. Yeah, so this is when the Most High judged the Antioch Epiphanes, the Antichrist, after what he had done to the Israelites. So I'm picking it up. I'm in Second Maccabees, chapter 9, starting at verse 5. It says, "But the all-seeing Lord, this is the Lord of hosts, God of Israel, struck him down with an incurable but unseen blow, for he had hardly uttered the words when he was seized with an incurable pain in his bowels and sharp internal pains, very justly, for he had tormented the bowels of others with many unusual miseries. He did not desist at all from his insolence, but was more and more filled with arrogance, breathing fire in his fury against the Israelites, and giving orders to hasten the journey. But it happened that he fell out of his chariot as it was rushing along, and was racked in every part of his body from the fall. And the man who was just now presumed to command the waves of the sea in his superhuman boastfulness, and thought he could weigh the mountain heights in his scales, was flat on the ground, and had to be carried into a litter, making the power of God manifest to all men." So his whole army seeing this. Just 5 or 10 minutes before that, he was healthy, and then Lord always hit him, right? Says making the power of God manifest to all men, so that worms swarmed from his impious creature's body, and while he was still alive, in anguish and pain, his flesh fell off him. So all of a sudden, he was good, and 5 minutes ago now, worms coming out of his body, the skin falling off. It's in front of all his whole army, right? Say, and because of the stench, it says, so that worms swarmed from the impious creature's body, and while he was still alive in anguish and pain, his flesh fell off. And because of the stench, the whole army turned from his corruption in disgust. And the man who was shortly before thought he could touch the stars of heaven, no one could now bear to carry, because his intolerable stench. So it was then that that broken in spirit, that's what I'm going to read that in a minute. Broken in spirit, he began for the most part to give up his arrogance and under the scourge of God, under the scourge of the Lord, to obtain some knowledge, for he was tortured with the pain in every instant. And when he could not even endure his own stench, he said this: it is right to submit to the Lord. And since man is immortal, not to think he is God and his equal. That's how he died. So let's look at that. Daniel. So all this stuff didn't happen that was prophesied. It already came to pass. Antichrist came and the Yahweh dropped it, just like it said. So I'm in Daniel. Daniel chapter 8, verse 25. It says, and through his policies, right, I'm going to start at 23. In the latter times of their kingdom, the third beast, the Greek kingdom, at the end of the Greek kingdom, when the transgressors are come to a full, a king of fierce countenance and understanding dark sentences shall stand up. That's Antiochus Epiphanes. 24. And his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power. He shall destroy wonderfully. He shall prosper, practice, and he shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. That's the Israelites. He destroyed the Israelites. 25. And through his policies also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart. And by peace he shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes. That's Michael. But he shall be broken without hand. We just saw that. Most High, Lord of hosts, hit him with, he had leprosy, his skin falling off of him. All this happened within 5-10 minutes. One minute he was walking around like he owned the world, and then next minute he can't even walk. Fell off the chariot, fell on the ground, and whole army watched him deteriorate right there within 5-10 minutes. And then before he died, he acknowledged the Lord of hosts. Okay. Yeah. So that's one of them. I got another hole I want to close up. It's I was telling you about the Maccabees, who they are. They got us thinking the Maccabees is Israelites, but they ain't. So, let me get it right quick. 445. It says right here. Second Maccabees. And I'm starting at the beginning of Second Maccabees. Now let me read this first, so you can get a gist of where I'm coming from. So I'm in Daniel again, right quick, and it says, so then this is a lie from the pits of hell. You can deal with it, do with it what you want. So 925 says, I was reading 925. That's they say that's JC. Know therefore, understand, from the going forth of the commandment to restore and build Jerusalem unto the Messiah, the Prince, shall be 7 weeks. 62 weeks, the street shall be built again, the wall, even in troubles of time. We know who that is. That's Zerubbabel. And Nehemiah the one built the wall up. So they ain't got nothing to do with JC. 26. And after 62 weeks shall the Messiah be cut off, but not for himself, and the people of the Prince that shall come shall destroy the city and the sanctuary. We just see that. Antioch Epiphany did all this. Destroy the city, Jerusalem, destroy the holy people, and it shall be with a flood until the end, wars, desolations, determined. 27. Now here, this is where I'm going. This tied to the Maccabees. And it says, and he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. And in the midst of the week, he shall cause the sacrifice. See this? He shall cause the sacrifices and the oblation to cease. And for the overspreading of the abomination, he shall make it desolate. See that? So he's saying when the Antichrist comes, he calls the sacrifice and oblation to cease. The sacrifice and oblation was done 3 times a day. He stopped it. Ever since Antioch stopped this, the Israelites ain't done it since. They was ran out right here. But not only that, he says he's going to cause the overspreading of the abomination and make it desolate. He made the land desolate. Nothing in here, this prophecy got nothing to do with nobody coming back and rededicating no temple. Them ain't Israelites. Them Edomites. That's what the Maccabees done. So you got to do something with that. So let's go back and look at it. It's right here, living color. I'm in Second Maccabees, verse 1, chapter 1, verse 1. To the Jewish brothers, see, this is how they getting you right here. See, Jewish, I already tell you, is a dead cat on the line. To the Jewish brothers in Egypt, and the Jewish brothers in Jerusalem, and in the land of Judah. Okay, let's look at that. So, to the Jewish brothers in Egypt, right? Didn't the Most High tell the Israelites not to go back to Egypt no more? After he got them out, he delivered them.
Yep.
He killed a whole group of Israelites during the time of Nebuchadnezzar. Right before he came, a group of them ran to Egypt. And Jeremiah told them, don't go to Egypt. They went there to Egypt, and he killed all of them because Nebuchadnezzar came there and knocked Egypt off, and they was there, and he killed them. So we see right here, who in Egypt? These Edomites. They was in Egypt. I told you, in Alexandria. That's how we get the Septuagint. The Septuagint was transferred from Hebrew to Greek in Alexandria. That's how you get the Septuagint. Because they don't want to deal with the Hebrew. They Edomites. They want to read it in Greek. So they had it translated into Greek. So anyway, so it says, to the Jewish brothers in Egypt, the Jewish brothers in Jerusalem and the land of Judah, send greetings and wish you perfect peace. May God bless you and remember his agreement with Abraham, Isaac. See how they getting you? May God bless you and remember his agreement with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, his faithful slaves, and give you all a mind to worship him and to do his will with a stout heart and a willing spirit. May he open your mind with his law and his statutes and make peace and listen to your prayers and be reconciled to you and not forsake you in adversity. This is our prayer for you here in the reign of Demetrius in the 163rd year. We Jews wrote you in the extreme distress that overlooked us in those years from the time that Jason and his men, to go another English name, Jason and his men revolted from the holy and the king from the holy land and the kingdom and set fire to the gateway and shed innocent blood. And we bestowed the Lord and we were heard and we offered sacrifice. See that? He don't say nothing about doing no sacrifice. After Antioch Epiphanes stop the sacrifice, there ain't no more sacrifices. If somebody that sacrificed, it ain't Israelites. So he says, and he besought the Lord and was heard, and we offered sacrifices and meal offerings, and we lighted the lamps and set out the presentation loaves, and you must keep the camping out festivals in the month of Chesan, this 183rd year. These who are in Jerusalem and those in Judah and in the Senate of Judah sing greetings and good wishes to Aristobulus, I don't know how to say that, and the teacher of the king of Ptolemy, who is the stock of the anointed priest, and to the Jews in Egypt. And we have been saved by God from great dangers. We offer devout thanks to him as men who array themselves against a king. For he drove out those who arrayed themselves against him in the holy city. For when their leaders reached Persia with an army about him, they seemed irresistible, and they cut down in the temple of Mia, well, I don't know that word, through treachery on the part of the priest of Mia. And Antiochus, with his friends, came to the place on pretext of marrying her in order to get a large sum of money by the way of dowry. And when the priest of the temple of Mia had brought out the money, he came with a few followers inside the wall of the temple enclosure that shut the temple when Antiochus had gone in and opened the secret door in the ceiling and threw stones and struck down the leader and dismembered him, and threw their heads of the people who were outside, blessed in every way by our God who brought our impious to justice. And we are about going somewhere, as we are about to celebrate the purification of the temple. See that? Here you go. See this? This is a lie from the pits of hell. As we are about to celebrate the purification of the temple. See that? Nowhere in Daniel he said they're going to rededicate the temple. When Antioch Epiphanes destroyed the temple, he said the end gonna be with desolation. And that's it. That's it. These Edomites that always wanted the land. That's what Obadiah telling you. They the ones started back making dedications. And from this point on right here to 70 AD, they in the land. And they wrote all these books, all these commentary to about the New Testament and all that when there ain't no Israelites there. They're on the west coast of Africa. So it says, as we are about to celebrate, same they did with John the Baptist, I told you. John the Baptist and Elijah. John the Baptist ain't Elijah. That's the way they open the book back up, by making John the Baptist Elijah. And Elijah ain't came yet. So it says, as we are about to celebrate the purification of the temple on the 23rd day of the month of Chesim, we think it's necessary to inform you so that you may observe the camping out festival and the kindling of the fire when Nehemiah, who bought the temple and the altar, offered sacrifices. For when our fathers were being taken to Persia, the pious priest on that day took some of the fire on the altar and hid it secretly in the hollow of the empty cistern, where they made it secure, so that the place was unknown to anyone. Many years after, when it pleased God, Nehemiah was commissioned by the king of Persia and sent descendants of the priests who had hidden the fire to go get it. But when they reported to us that they could not find any fire but only muddy water, he ordered them to dip some of it, some out, and bring it with him. And when the things to be sacrificed had been put in place, Nehemiah ordered the priest to sprinkle water on the wood and the things that were laid on it. And when this was done, and some time had passed, the sun, which had been cloudy over, shone out, and a great blaze was kindled, so that they all wondered. And the priest uttered a prayer while the sacrifice was being consumed, and the priest and all present, Jonathan leading and the rest responding as Nehemiah did, and this was the prayer. See that? So this ain't got nothing. This is a bunch of hogwash. Most I ain't rededicate no temple after Antioch Epiphanes destroyed it. This who the Maccabees is. Medomites. Like I said, you can keep going forward with that if you want and fumbling with it, but you're on the wrong road. Like the brother said, you put bricks on the wrong house. Come on. So, with that being said, anybody else got anything before we close out? I'm opening up for some comments or questions before we go.
Best Shabbat class yet.
What? Okay. Anybody else?
I second that.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. I had a good time today. I gotta say, I gotta admit. And like I was saying before, anything anybody do is greatly appreciated. It ain't like I'm not appreciating nothing, because I am. So it's not like I'm not disregarding what people have already done. I'm not. It's just that, like I said, I got both sides on the move, and he on the move. That's all I can say. And I'm sitting there looking, and I know he on the move. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. So with that being said, nobody else have anything? Everybody good?
So now it's clear Shiloh can be our place of refuge if need be.
Right. When it push comes to shove, like the brother said, we don't know exactly how it's gonna go down, but it's gonna be there. If it ain't resources, it's a place refuge and knowledge. You know what I'm saying? You come get knowledge.
Right.
We know it ain't coming. We know it ain't coming from all other places. We already looked at. You've been over the internet. Ain't nobody. Everybody running by JC. Am I not right? Am I right?
That's right.
Okay, yeah. They all running behind JC. They running behind JC. And then they're gonna, you walking crooked until somebody line you out. Once you show you who JC is, then the floodgates open.
Exactly.
So come on. You gotta respect that. Like I said, the woman that was dealing with Alicia, she saw that. So she, let me get Alicia right. Because if he did this for me, he gonna do this for a whole bunch of other people. Come on. Okay.
So we're gonna announce when we're gonna meet on another line concerning what needs to be done. Correct?
Yeah. I'm thinking Sunday, but like I said, I got this super craftsman out here. I got to deal with him first. Then I'm gonna set up that. I'll set that up. It probably be in the middle of the week. It might be earlier before class or something. I don't know. Or after class.
Yeah.
Okay. So anybody else? Okay. Shalom. I'll see y'all later. 9 o'clock. I mean, yeah, 6
Shabbat
o'clock.
shalom, y'all.
Yeah, 6
Shabbat
o'clock.
shalom.
Shalom.
Okay.
Shalom.
Long.
Okay.